Hello everyone. This is a video companion to our to kick off our Polygon unit, and we're going to go ahead and start off by discovering the sum of the interior angles of a convex polygon, and we're going to do so by using inductive reasoning, and we're going to log our results on the companion paper that I have you download on my website. And you are going to go ahead and have to complete the form after the video has concluded. I shouldn't say the form, the paper, and follow the directions and make sure that it is sent off to my email address. So let's go ahead and begin the lesson. And when we start off a unit here, what I want to do is I want to start off with something very basic that we've already learned in the past, and that is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle all equal 180 degrees. So that we know that this angle right here plus this angle is going to go ahead and give us 180 degrees. Now, if I were to ask you a stupid question, how many triangles are in a triangle? Well, you would say, well, one triangle. And that's the truth. Yes, there's one triangle that's in a triangle. A triangle has three sides. So if I were to go ahead and have a three-sided figure that is going to be convex, that means is that all the points are facing outward. There's nothing that's facing inward. Okay, it doesn't look like a Pac-Man or doesn't look broken. There is going to be one triangle and only one triangle and have three sides, and the sum of those interior angle measures are going to be 180 degrees. That's the triangle sum theorem that we learned way back in chapter 4. Now, what I want to do is I want to take this idea right here and run with it because it's a very simple idea and I like keeping things simple. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at, this is a four-sided figure, five-sided, 6 and 7. And what I want to do is I want to make triangles from them by making diagonals, okay? And when I make a diagonal, okay, magically triangles appear. And so when triangles appear, we can use the same characteristic of just our single triangle to find out the interior angle measure of all of these guys right here. And thus we can find the sum of all the interior angles. Because if you look, we got two triangles in a four-sided figure. 1, 2. And all the angles of the triangles that are embedded in there are going to all account for all the interior angles of the four-sided figure. So, if I were to give you a four-sided convex figure, there would be two triangles. We can count them, 1, 2. And since there's two triangles, I would just have to multiply 2 times 180, because that's how many degrees are in one triangle, and that would give me 360 degrees of total interior angle measure. Likewise, I would go to the five-sided figure. Now, even though these triangles are small, they still count. And so, how many triangles are in a five-sided figure? There are 3. You can count them. And so, I would have to multiply 3 triangles by 180, and that's going to give me, 540 degrees of interior angle measure. Likewise, I could go to six-sided figure, which is right here. There's going to be 4 triangles. Likewise, 4 times 180 will give me 720 degrees. And 7-sided figure will give me 5 triangles. You can count them. And each triangle has 180, so that will give me even 900. Now, here's the deal. What if I were to make a very, very large figure that had 25 sides? How many triangles would be embedded in a 25-sided figure? Now, what I want you to do is use inductive reasoning and look at, well, how do I get to the next column? All right, what is the pattern? And then I want you to go ahead and put that right here. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not giving it to you. And likewise, I want you to, well, how would I figure this out right here? Well, how did I figure these? Look at the simpler examples. 2 times 180, 360. 3 times 180, 540. So what would I do to go ahead and get this number? And then bump up the challenge a little bit, and how about a 100-sided figure? And then finally, you knew it was coming. Here comes the algebra. What if I had n amount of sides, where n is going to be any positive integer? Okay. What would I put right here algebraically? And finally, what would I go ahead and put here algebraically? Again, that's going to be your responsibility to get that for that discovery. Then, after you have completed this chart, what I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions below. How is inductive reasoning used in this exercise? What is the difference between a convex and concave polygon? Now remember, we studied those, so I want you to review that. If you wanted to know an interior angle measure of one angle, that is that if I just wanted to know, if I had a 25-sided figure and I wanted to know the measure of one angle, what, okay, must be true about that polygon? That is that what would the characteristics of that polygon have to be? And then lastly, which is something that you're going to go ahead and have to hop on the computer for and do your own discovery. It says if the same formula that you discovered in this lesson, which is going to, this is the formula that you have discovered right here, that is going to be in this box, apply to concave polygons as well. I want you to use Geometer Sketchpad, so you're going to have to get on the school computers, okay, and prove this conjecture true or false. And I want you to include a video presentation. For my future students, they're probably going to be using Jing, but I still have to go ahead and get that straightened out with my school, showing your discovery. I don't want the video to be more than 5 minutes long. Make sure that you are using the angle measure application in Geometer Sketchpad like we used in the past. When you are done, I want you to include this paper and the Jing video capture of your discovery and send it to my email address, okay? Not my Dropbox, my email address, so I'm alerted to it right away. If you have any questions or anything of that sort, you can email me, and I will get back with you within 24 hours. Since we have over a week to complete this exercise, I would expect that either you are able to, email me a question or bring up any concerns in class. So that concludes the first part of our unit here, and I hope you have some fun with it. Bring some good questions, keep your mind open for the discovery, and look forward to reading all your papers. Thank you.